I'm Chad Pack, and this is
Brianna Alder.
So thank you. So Bree, when we
Yes.
were walking out of class last week, you were telling me that your brother is out on a mission.
Yep.
Something about the soon-to-be sister-in-law, like his girlfriend or something like that. Help me like build a foundation of what you were starting to talk about.
Okay, so I'll just start from the very beginning. Okay. And this has caused like a lot of drama between me and my parents, me and my brother, like me and Natalie, which is her name.
Okay.
Like their family. Okay, so it's been an issue for more than 2 years now because he comes home in 3 weeks. Okay.
So the drama's been for 2 years. Have you known her
Yes.
for more than 2 years?
I've known her for like, how long did they date before he left? 8 months, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they dated in high school, okay? And it was like the year COVID happened. So when school canceled and everything, they were just like attached at the hip, right? Okay. They would do everything together. Like she would come on family trips with us. And like, I get it because they're dating. But at the same time, it's like they would do nothing. They would sit and watch TV. Neither of them had a job. So it was just like a very odd relationship.
Okay. It's really good. At that time, I get the oddity, but how are you feeling? Like, was the relationship with your parents good? Was the relationship with your brother good? Like, were things good? It was just odd, or did things start off bad?
No, like things started off good. Yeah. Like, I honestly didn't love her at the beginning. I mean, I didn't really pay much attention to her because I was like, oh, she's a high school girlfriend. You know? Okay. Like, nothing's going to come from this, right? Gotcha. If she's going to go on family trips, my brother's going to go on a mission, it's whatever, okay? So, yeah, no drama or anything between the family. Okay, so then he decides to go on a mission, okay? And they're still dating, all right? He leaves on a mission, okay? And she is like coming, you know how they can call?
Oh, yeah.
Twice a week or once a week.
Okay.
She's coming over to our house every single week to like FaceTime call him because it's not allowed to call her separately, right?
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So, to me, that's freaking weird, okay? To my parents, not so much. So, like, I'm telling my parents, I'm like, this is weird. Like, shouldn't there be boundaries, you know? And they're like, it's fine, whatever. So, that's what started causing kind of like all my problems. And I would even like talk to all my friends and they'd be like, that's weird.
So was it creating an issue with you and your parents or more you and her?
It was creating an issue between more me and my parents. Okay. Because I would never dare tell her, like, this is weird.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
I wouldn't. So time passes by, whatever. She's still in high school. She's still coming over. She's still on all of our Zoom meetings. And, okay, this is confidential information. Okay, you can't let anyone know. But we had my brother's phone from before he left on his mission, and we actually could see all of their texts, which made things
before he went on his mission.
Well, and during.
So he's still texting her out on the mission?
Yes.
But he has a different phone?
Yeah. He has like an Android phone on his mission, and he's texting her through like Facebook message.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I understand.
So then he had like Facebook downloaded on his home phone, and we saw all of their messages, and it was not good for me and my mom.
Hey, so would you read them together, like you and your mom, or you, your mom and your dad?
Just me and my mom.
Okay. And was that bonding for you and your mom, or did that actually create some more of a rift?
So for me and my mom, it bonded us because we're definitely on the same wavelength as like, okay, this is a little weird, this is too much. But for my dad, he would get like really mad at us, which I can see why.
Okay, so tell me more.
But so then we would read their texts, and it's like nothing too bad. But come a year when she's graduating, okay, this is kind of when everything started like burning down the flames. She was telling my brother to come home from his mission so that he could be there for her high school graduation.
How long had he been out at this point?
Like almost a year, I would say.
Okay.
Like,
and just for her
months.
Graduation, or to come home and stay home?
Well, to come home, stay home. She was depressed. She's sad. She was anxious. She has really no other friends, like no other girlfriends, no other guy friends. So she blames her sadness on my brother. Is what we saw.
That was your interpretation.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, yeah. So then me and my mom were like, she is not supportive of my brother. Like, my brother's just out here trying, and he has 2 feet in 2 different places. One on his mission, one at home.
Okay.
So it's causing a lot of issues between them, a lot of issues between my parents and my brother and all of these things. So it's just major drama. Okay. So then I'm trying to think of what else I can explain, because there's just so much.
So let me so it sounds like that at the beginning, you and your parents and your brother, everybody got along.
Yep.
He goes on his mission. It gets a little awkward.
Mm-hmm.
But then, especially when she, or at least from your perspective, she's saying that her mental health is not doing well.
Yeah.
Is the point where you and your mom become extra concerned.
Uh-huh.
But that seems to be, if I'm reading right, where the rift is coming between you and your dad.
Yeah.
Because now he's frustrated that you guys are doing that. And he's kind of like, you shouldn't be doing that.
Yes.
Am I understanding all that correctly?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
And so, where are we at now? Is your brother almost home from his mission?
So yeah, my brother is almost home from his mission. He comes home in 3 weeks.
In 3 weeks, okay.
And I still have really no relationship with Natalie, because I feel like I don't need to try until my brother's home.
Okay.
Building a relationship with her, because you never know what's gonna happen.
Right. Okay.
So then my dad's getting all mad at me because I'm not trying to reach out to her and hang out with her, and my dad's threatened to cut me off because I'm quote unquote not being nice.
Okay.
When in reality I just haven't reached out.
How does that make you feel, how it's going between you and your dad and him? Is a threat, is that a right word for me to use, that
Yeah.
he's threatening to cut you off?
Yeah. I don't actually think he'll for real cut me off, but I think he was saying that more as of a threat to be like, you need to grow up and be friends with her.
Okay.
And I'm fully aware that I could be friends with her now, but me in my head, I don't want to until I know for sure they're going to be dating. Until I know for sure when he comes home and they're getting married.
Okay, so let me ask you this. If you were in a college class with her, because I'm guessing you're a little slightly age difference, but we'll pretend that disappears, right?
Okay.
If you're in a college class with her, you have no history on her. She's not dating your brother or anything. Do you think that her personality is one that you would get along with?
That's a good question. Honestly, I feel like I get along with a lot of people.
Okay.
Would I hang out with her in my spare time outside of class?
Right.
No.
Okay.
She's just not my cup of tea, And so I think that's what's really hard, is I'm shocked that my brother would go for someone like that, because he never has in his life. And so for me to try to get along with her is really, really hard.
Gotcha.
So I just need to...
Would she be, oh, sorry.
No, you go ahead.
Would she be somebody that you would, if you had a friend group, that if she was in that friend group, you would get along with her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd get along with her. So, I guess I'll just have to learn. Like you said in class, you can love people but not like people.
Correct.
Right? And I think that's just something I'm going to have to do so that I can keep my relationship with my brother and with my dad and with my mom.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Does your brother, to switch gears a little bit, does your brother know about your feelings towards, what was her name?
Natalie?
Yeah. What does he know?
So Natalie comes up in conversation a lot when it's just me and my parents and him talking.
Okay.
And we definitely voice our concerns about why do you have this whole wedding plan? Or
so they have a whole wedding plan. Not just like we should get married.
Oh no, they have a date set.
What's the date?
November 11th.
Okay. Is there a certain thing that day?
They like the 11/11/22 date.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
So they have a whole day. Tell me about the day that you learned that they have a date planned.
Okay.
What was that like for you?
Oh, it was so awkward. Because she was on the call, my brother's on the call, and my mom. Okay.
Okay.
And my mom's feelings. She doesn't like it at all.
She's not a fan.
Yeah.
Okay.
When they told us that they were thinking of November 11th, my mom asked Natalie specifically. She goes, so why not December? Why not later? And Natalie goes, oh my gosh, what did she say? She goes, I don't know. Well, no, my mom said, why November specifically? And Natalie goes, because it's not December. That's all. Just sassy like that. And my mom was so put off.
That'd be a very off-putting response to something.
Yeah, which I'm not surprised she said it like that because that's just how she talks. Like, just everything she says is just sassy and off-putting.
Okay.
So when I found that out, I was like, oh no. No. I obviously didn't say anything with her on the call.
Right.
But after, I did have a conversation with my brother, just me and my brother, and I said, Jordan, I was like, I set boundaries. I was like, I don't want to talk about Natalie until you're home. I was like, don't ever bring her up. I don't want to hear more about the wedding. I don't want to hear about trips that you're going on. I'm like, she is someone that I'm just going to have to learn to love when you're home. And he said, okay. So
and has it ever come up again?
It's come up, yeah, and I just stay quiet.
What would happen if you were to ask him to respect those boundaries that you kind of put out there?
I'm sure I would get some backlash, honestly.
Okay.
I really think he would be like, why don't you like Natalie? And then I would have to go into that, you know? And so I'm trying to because I want to have these conversations in person, I feel, like when he's home in 3 weeks. So, yeah, he might be a little sad, but hopefully, understanding.
Okay.
I guess.
So you're kind of weighing out the right time to have a conversation, either now or in the future.
Yes.
And so do you kind of have a set plan for when he gets home, when you'll get into that conversation?
No, I mean, the day he comes home, the next day we leave for St. George and she'll be with us.
Okay.
And I think I'm just gonna have to wait it out and see what happens. And then once we're maybe alone and after that, I can talk to him face to face and be like, so, what is up with Natalie, and then have a more open conversation with her, hopefully not around. She's always been around. Always. We never get a break.
Would she respect if you were to say, I would like to go on a walk with just my brother? Would she respect that?
I'm hoping.
Okay.
I'm hoping she wouldn't get jealous because she doesn't like me. She thinks I'm too crude and she thinks I'm all these things.
Gotcha.
So hopefully she would respect that.
Okay.
And if she doesn't, I'll just have to be like, this is my brother. You're gonna have to, sorry.
Okay. This is a fascinating story. I have
Yeah.
so many more questions.
Okay.
But for now, I think we'll tie it up. And, we've talked about, at least a few things that I think maybe we could talk about some more in the future and see where we go for them.
For sure.
So, but I like one of the things we talked about was she could be part of that friend group, but maybe not your best friend.
Yeah, I like that.
I like how you're at least starting to process that, because we can maybe use that in the future on how you're going to handle certain situations with her.
Yes, that'll be very helpful.
Fabulous.
Thank you.